So we're continuing with Jack Kirby's Fourth World with Forever People number 7. Strength is also the creed of glorious Godfrey, who preaches Darkseid's revelation of conflict. Godfrey is neither lost in time nor space. He is where he must be at the point of conflict. My followers are ready. My justifiers champ at the bit. In one moment they'll surge over that hill, weapons blazing, shouting with the joy that comes in the release of destruction. Kill, men, kill. Darkseid absolves you of all guilt. And on the hill-top Seraphim waits by the supercycle, which has formed itself into a defensive position, monitoring, waiting, ping, ping, ping. Now, men, rush him. Supercycle, activate, paralyzer weapon circuits. Pow, Sam, pow. Pow, 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 pow. Clack, 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 clack. Pow, pow, pow. They're still coming. Like all zealots, justifiers never give up. The supercycle is defending itself magnificently, but some attackers are bound to break through. It's best that I choose the correct cosmic cartridge from my hatband and hold it in readiness for instant activation. Die, you new Genesis whelp. Bram! Even as the Justifier's weapon fires, the cosmic cartridge generates a shield of atoms strong enough to repel the shot and cause it to rebound on the attacker. Pheow! I'll hold out as long as I can, then perhaps in death I can join my friends in the heart of the source. Bam! Meanwhile, below Seraphim's hill, I've wasted enough zealots. Use the induction rifle. It'll pressurize the ground above that brat and bring the cliff down on him. Pow, pow, pow. Wow. Seraphim is transfixed by the terrifying fall of rock, and so misses seeing the alpha bullet streaking toward him. Then, a moment later, a huge silent mound of rock tonnage shrouds the mystery of his fate. It's done with, glorious Godfrey, but just before the stone struck, I thought I saw some strange phenomenon. I saw it too, a thin light, a flash of light. It was probably friction caused by colliding rocks. And so we shall leave that mound as it is, a monument to Darkseid's power. Break tents, it's time we moved elsewhere. Alpha bullets never seen before on Earth until the moment originate from a different hand, the hand which governs New Genesis. Thus for Seraphim now to find the others. In the chamber of regeneration, High Father attunes himself to the infinite and extends his hand once more. I can sense them all now, Moonrider, Beautiful Dreamer, Viking the Black, Big Bear, and Sunny Sumo. As Darkseid has banished them with his blazing eye, High Father gather them in with the power of this hand. As Omega ends all things, let Alpha begin them anew. Let the Alpha bullets fly. Rush into the soon-to-be across the now. Find them in the once-was. Find them. Restore them where I have meant it to be. And where infinity comes the past. Your credentials checked, sir. Thank you. You were only doing your duty, officer. That was close. He was inspecting credentials that were mere illusions. Well, I created what he wanted to see. Now what? Now we must be our true selves. We must do what is true to High Father. We must stop a killing. Oh no, that old man. You mean that someone will try to... Moonrider, look. What? Stay where you are, sir. Don't go up there. You mustn't carry out your plans. Stand back, whoever you are, or whatever you are. Click. Please, sir. Give yourself one more moment to think about it. At that moment, an alpha bullet finds its destined mark. The assassin eyes a small fading patch of light. He rubs his eyes and says, hallucinations. They gave me a fright. Then, relentless and driven by his obsession, he turns once again to stalk his prey into the ages. But the tension of monumental vengeance must not hinder the monumental act. Farewell, Mr. Lincoln. Far, far into the infinity speed the remaining alpha bullets, and one is meant for Big Bear. The Romans are gone. Must you fellows still remain so touchy? As long as they left fools like Arta the sentry behind, there'll be no end to strife. If we could only free our weapons, we'll soon settle this grievance. But you're all Britons now. You should help each other. Where do you take me, Warlock? Hold on. Do you actually expect me to... Silence, friend. I'm just checking. Grasp that sword and be ready to pull. This is madness. I can't. Yes, he can. Arda can do wonders if you let him. The Romans didn't just give him a spear, you know. They taught him to lead and to organize and lead. There, see how easily he did that? Your warring tribes need men like that now. Did you see that, Gawain? It's magic, Lancelot. I say, hail Arta, the warlock's pet. If he likes him, I like him, and I like him. See, the warlock vanished. So I assume Arta is supposed to be Arthur, King Arthur. And so it is when the alpha bullet strikes. Huh? Alpha bullets never miss. They find their quarry wherever they are. These probing circuits have done a fine job. There's gold in that temple. You've done well, Viking. Those crumbling stones show signs of mining in this area. Rich reward is in store for us all, and you shall get your share of it. No thanks, my reward lie in study. This is a wonderful opportunity to examine the mining techniques of the ancients who passed here on their way further south. The ruin is only surface evidence of what may lie below. Witchcraft, he's fading away. So lost in thought is Viking that he never feels the contact of the alpha bullet. His mind is suddenly wary of what may lie below his feet. But he is gone from that era when one of the many hidden mine shafts collapses and exposes a shorter route to the valued gold. Look out! Ah! Across the great vastness fly the alpha bullets to dovetail and explode with living matter in the 20th century. What's happening? Where am I now? Beautiful dreamer, we've been transported again. Cosmic thunder, another journey. My friends, we've been reunited. Oh, Big Bear, what a thrill it is to see you. Viking, we're back. Darkseid's work has been undone. Darkseid sent me to a place of violence, but I had a nice time. Huh? I met some fools in a veritable ecological paradise, and all they wanted was gold. Our experience was very sad. We tried to save a man from history. Rumble. What's that sound? It's coming from that mound of rocks. Boom! Beneath the piled stone, the supercycle had recorded the return of its crew, and uncoiling from its fort position, had freed itself with repeller signals. Well, the supercycle's intact, but where is Seraphim? I'll find him. He must be alive if Darkseid spared us. He couldn't have harmed Seraphim. My instruments have tracked an alpha bullet. It found its target. Seraphim. He's been transported like us, but where? Quiet, worrywart. I'm tracing his atomic shift, and I can tell you it's covered quite a distance. Where's Honshu? Of course. Where else would Darkseid have sent Sunny Sumo? Honshu, one of the 3 great islands known to us as Japan, has received the last alpha bullet and a materialized Seraphim. You are one of the forever people. Ping, ping, ping. Mother box here in this ancient temple. Yes, it is a name given to this object by the giant wise man Sumo many hundreds of years in our past, until the day it has stood silent in our keeping. I see. Thank you. It belongs to you. The great Sunny Sumo wrote that it would make this sound when the forever people would come to claim it. Time is laden with mystery and paradox. You realize that Sumo did not belong to that ancient era. Not so. The giant Sumo earned respect and stature among our ancestors. He was a happy man. Then, as no man ever has, he conquered Darkseid's villainy. Goodbye, Sunny Sumo. Wise man, athlete, farmer, he lived out his days among those who loved him, the poor. And thus do Alpha and Omega revolve on the wheel of destiny. Seraphim leaves the temple knowing that these turn of events herald a reunion with his friends. I came here by the power of an alpha bullet. High Father has acted for all of us. Next, exposing in all its horrifying and malignant machination, the mind sought by great Darkseid himself. See the strange and true possessor of the anti-life equation, the mind that wields the power. Lonar of New Genesis and his battle horse Thunderer. In the days of serenity before Darkseid drew New Genesis into war, Orion spent time on the green mother world to contemplate the troubles inside him. By all the demons, Lonar, where in the wandering did you find that? Forgive me, great Orion. I didn't intend to spoil your holiday here. Spoil it, spoil it. Fires of the cosmos, you scattered my depression to the winds. The mere sight of that animal is an inspiration, the touch of majesty. He can be no less than a battle horse, the companion of warriors. Is he a technical object modeled after ancient images? Not modeled, Orion, but resurrected from the ruins of the old gods themselves. Indeed, a survivor of that last monumental holocaust, no less. Well, if Lonar speaks of wonders, there are none who doubt him. Hail, warriors. Between the great horse and Orion there is instant kinship, and greeting is acknowledged. I've named him Thunderer, and rightly so. What a noise those mighty legs must have made in that final charge. Thank you, Thunderer. What? He reared at your touch, Orion. But why? But why so? Steady, horse. Steady, Thunderer. He's bolting, Orion. I can't hold him. I fear his old memories still haunt him. Until those memories vanish with the past, farewell, Orion. Fear, fear at the touch of Orion. Is it not always so? Is it not always so? What does Orion awaken in all living beings that for one fleeting moment links their spirits with us? It's one among many natural mysteries that lure Lonar to a life of wandering. He must learn all by seeing and feeling and perhaps suffering with life around him. To Lonar, a blade of grass, a horse, a fierce god of war, are eternal links in the chain of truth. And next up will be more Jimmy Olsen.